story of the abandoned palace. In a remote village, there was an abandoned palace called the Ghost Palace. The palace looked scary, with its dilapidated walls and crumbling ceilings. People in the village were afraid of the palace and said that it had evil spirits. One day, a young man named Ahmed decided to visit the palace. Ahmed was a brave young man, and he was not afraid of the scary stories people told about the palace. When Ahmed entered the palace, he found that everything was dilapidated. There was thick dust on the ground and broken statues in the corners. But Ahmed did not find anything scary. He kept searching and looking at every part of the palace. He was searching in every room and corner. He saw nothing on the first floor of the palace except dust, an old ceiling, and broken statues. Ahmed was surprised by the place he saw. He did not expect to see such scenes. Rather, he came to see frightening things as he remembered. He only saw dark and broken places in the palace. He kept searching and searching, but he did not find anything different in the palace as he saw it the first time. Ahmed was very surprised. Suddenly, Ahmed heard a strange sound. The sound was coming from above. Ahmed went upstairs and found a dark room. When he entered the room, he found a large statue of a woman. Suddenly, the statue moved. Ahmed was scared, but when he looked at the statue, he found that it was beautiful. The statue was smiling at him. Ahmed was touched by the statue and he started talking to it. The statue was talking to Ahmed and telling him that she was a queen in the palace hundreds of years ago. The queen was telling Ahmed that she was locked in the statue by an evil wizard. The queen was telling Ahmed that she needed his help to get out of the statue. Ahmed was affected by the queen and agreed to help her. But when Ahmed tried to get the queen out of the statue, he found that it was not easy. The evil wizard was appearing and trying to prevent Ahmed from helping the queen. Ahmed was fighting the wizard, but the wizard was stronger. Suddenly, Ahmed found himself locked in the statue with the queen. The queen was telling Ahmed that she was sorry for letting him fall into the trap. Ahmed was fighting with the magician again, but this time he had help from the queen. They were fighting with the magician until they were able to defeat him. After defeating the magician, Ahmed and the queen were able to get out of the statue. The queen was telling Ahmed that she was grateful to him for her help. Ahmed was returning to the village, but this time he was returning with the queen. The queen was telling Ahmed that she wanted to live with him in the village. Ahmed refused, but the queen was telling him that she loved him. Ahmed was confused, but in the end he agreed to live with the queen. Ahmed and the queen lived together in the village, but they lived in an abandoned palace. They lived in the palace that was called the Ghost Palace. The people in the village were afraid of the palace, but Ahmed and the queen lived happily in it. They lived in the palace, but they lived in love. And that was the end of the story of the Ghost Palace.